Okay.
So.
Much stuff. What? You're here and you want to read the prayer? I can pray.
I didn't even know you were gone.
All right, let's pray.
Lord, I just thank you for the opportunity to meet today. I just ask for wisdom within our conversations, that we would make decisions that are wise and good for the town, good for the people that live here. We are so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you for the sunshine and the cooler weather. We trust you and we love you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. One of us got the preamble to the Constitution.
Yeah, I did. For what's up, what she got.
I still remember it.
Where she goes playful.
All right.
We're recording, but not live. I can't hear it work.
Do we have Greg on?
Yes,
Just standing by?
we do now. I
Connected.
didn't. We do now.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top of the list with a public hearing for the 2026 budget. And we are here to take any comments on the budget. Hi, Greg.
Hi.
Man in black. Yes, I would.
Yeah. Sorry, it glitched out.
Do we have any comments on the budget?
Can you hear us?
It's so
Absolutely.
quiet. I can't hear him. Come on,
We
mute.
don't have an IT guy here, so.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh. Sign language.
We can see him.
How about now?
I can hear you.
There he
We
is.
can hear you.
Good. All right. So I opened the hearing and nobody has said anything. Do you have anything you'd like to add, Greg?
Well, other than, I know the council's worked really hard and on putting together the budget. We put the Form 3 on Gateway. Form 3 shows some proposed tax levies as compared to the current tax levy. And we advertise those high, as we always do. Your maximum levy growth quotient is 4%. So you will not go over the 4%, no matter what, the state will cut you back. And as I told the council, you'll lose half, if not all of that next year due to the new $300 credit, the lesser of 10% for $300. So we've got to be very, very careful. And that's why I recommend it not to exceed 3% on the salaries. And next year we might be dealing with 0. You just don't know. 0 in the growth quotient, which means maybe hard to even give a raise. So that was my guidance in the all-day workshop that we had, and it is still my guidance at this point in time. So I will yield the floor back.
Thank you, Greg. Do you guys have any questions for Greg? Here's your opportunity, going once, twice, 3 times. All right, we'll close the public hearing. Thank you, Greg.
Sure. Do you need me for anything else tonight?
I think we're okay.
I know you're okay.
I heard you have an appointment. We'll let you go.
So thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Greg.
Bye.
All right. We need a motion to accept the agenda.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I make a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. And opposed? Was easy. I'm gonna skip down to the PD because they have someplace they need to go.
Just monthly reports for August. So it just looks like it's typical, and nothing's really changed, and we're down on our traffic stops. Since it's pretty much two of us, and Brian graduates tomorrow, so everything as goes as planned, he'll be starting next Wednesday. So, like I said, like a lot of our stats are down. We're definitely got our agency assist are up, and then X patrols are up because of school. We're trying to make sure that we have at least an officer there twice a day, checking the schools out. Make sure everyone's getting dropped off and picked up. And a lot of our details are down, case reports are down, and crash reports are normally high around this time of year because people like to back into each other. I've noticed. So I think that's pretty much it on my end. You guys got any questions?
None for me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That was easy. 10 o'clock tomorrow. All right. See you. I'll be nice and let you go too before I go back. Come on up,
He
Lyle.
doesn't have to leave early.
Might have to.
I mean, he's got 3 things here. Maybe I should have him sit back down.
Two things actually. The one was just a quote to show, I'm trying to get multiple quotes. So working on this engine that we have coming for next year, the new engine that's replacing engine 22, the pumper. So just trying to get our, equipment on order. So we have everything here for that. I sent out the 2 different companies and equipment lists that we want for that truck. And the one I got it back from McQueen Emergency and from Hoosier Fire Equipment. Hoosier Fire Equipment was the most responsive with the equipment that we're looking for and having a quote for the stuff that we want. So my request would be to have town council approve the purchase from Hoosier Fire for a total of $19,915.31. And I'd like to use the lit public safety funds for that.
I have one comment on it. And
Yes.
I don't know what you think about it, but you'll surely share with them what you think. It still has that 25% restocking fee that we've talked about getting negotiated away. Is that something you think they'll do, or is it not worth even talking?
The 25% restocking fee is if we order something and we say, nope, we don't want this anymore, take it back. That would be the only time we would get
Right.
25%. If it's an error that they made, then they stand behind their product.
And you think it's fair for us to get charged 25% if you order? I'm just asking because it's not normal to me.
I mean, I guess I don't know.
Okay, well, it's just,
Before, so quotes that we've had before, I've asked them to
take it out.
take that out
No.
and change it. And they did it one time
Yeah.
and then they must not have done it on this one. I didn't catch that. I usually
That's
try to
fine.
go through and catch that stuff.
That was my only comment. So I
Okay.
don't know why they keep putting that in there. It seems unreasonable.
Mhm.
Well, it looks like stuff you're not likely to return anyway.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it something we can approve if they remove it?
And as long as it doesn't mess up what he's trying to do, I don't know how hard it is. They have done it in the
They
past,
have, yeah.
and I don't know why they.
So, yeah, they've changed that in the past. However, the stuff that's on this quote is all stuff that we need to have on that truck
So you're not
anyways.
taking it.
So it's not like we're not gonna return.
Let's see, if you
Again,
don't use it
yeah.
on this truck, would you use it somewhere else?
Yeah, if we can't put it on this truck, we can put it on one of the other trucks.
And do we pay by credit card? Is there?
No.
No, okay.
No, we'll send a check.
I just saw that there was 3% service fee.
We could if there wasn't.
Yeah.
As long as you're comfortable that there won't be any return stuff.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it. I've dealt with them through Goshen Fire Department as well and got some stuff that we bought through them, ended up not fitting the equipment that we had. It was kind of we didn't know that what we needed, they didn't know what we were looking for, and they ended up returning it without the 25% restocking fee. So again, it's on the contract, but we've had a working relationship with them and haven't had any issues. But I can always, just ask him to change that if we need.
I think going forward,
Mhm.
we've not done here super long, but just remind them that would be a good
Okay.
thing as well. Make a motion to approve the quote from Hoosier Fire Equipment, Inc. for $19,915.31.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? What else you got, Lyle?
The second thing is a saw purchase from All Hands Fire Equipment. If you remember earlier this year, we bought a cordless circular saw from them to start phasing out our gas equipment. And so this would be battery saws to add onto the new truck. Instead of trying to buy any more gas equipment, we'll just continue the trend of buying battery tools. So this is for two Husqvarna saws. One's a chainsaw, one's a circular saw. So request council approve the quote from All Hands Fire Equipment for $4,899.80. Also paid from the Lit Public Safety.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And opposed?
So that will complete most of the purchases that we need for that truck, other than some Milwaukee hand tools that we'll end up buying through Alpha. They give us a pretty good deal on their cordless tools. And then also just some radio equipment that we'll have to buy, which will be expensive, but I'm working on getting quotes around for that now so we can get that purchase started as well.
All right. Thank you.
Anything else for me?
Thank you.
Nope.
All right. Thank you.
All right. I'm jumping all over. We're gonna get you guys out too, if you want tax abatement. Unless you want to sit here through the whole list.
But I'm happy to go. So, hi, I'm Sherry Johnson with the LaGrange County Economic Development Corporation. I'm happy to support a request for a 10-year tax abatement for prime property doing business as ENS Sales. ENS Sales has been a valued and growing part of Shipshewana, the Shipshewana business community, and they are now preparing a significant $10 million investment in their operations. This expansion represents not only a major financial commitment to Shipshewana, but also an important opportunity to strengthen the local economy, retain and create jobs, and support continued growth in Shipshewana's commercial sector. The project includes a 40 by 320 new retail store. The store will hire an additional 29 employees with wages of approximately $844,000. The 10-year tax abatement is estimated to equate to $604,449 of tax savings. Terry requested a 5-year too, so I've got that information on that. But Dwayne Chupp's here and he's going to just talk on the project just a little bit more, just of what they've got going, and then we can answer any questions. I told you.
Dwayne Chupp with ENS. Good evening, everybody. Just the project we got going, I see, you probably see what we got going is going up already. And we're definitely excited about it. We're gonna be adding, new stuff. I think though, one of the biggest things we're adding is the eatery place. So it's a food and beverage tax deal that I think will increase, and that we used to have it in the old store, then we had to take it out. We did through the COVID, and then we never replaced it, but we are putting in, I'm sorry, I don't even know how much seating on top loft, and have an area where people sit down, they can eat ice cream, eat a sandwich, salad, whatever. So I think I'm gonna benefit there. I'm hoping to increase business 35 to 40%. I need to. So of course, I'm hoping to bring more people in that way, and I'm really pushing to get more of my, I call it local tourists. And when I say local tourists, I'm talking South Bend, Fort Wayne, and them area from Detroit, get more people like that to come down and visit us. And so, of course, the old ENS where the retail is now is going to be empty. I'm not sure. We haven't quite decided, but we are going to have but an empty retail space somewhere, either ENS or at Country Road. So we're going to develop a new business again. We have like 5 things on the list to do, and we're still on the arguing stage as owners of what's going to happen. So, that's really all I got. You can fire away questions if you have any, or Yeah. It would really help us to do, I mean, we've, we've grown, I forget this, I think this is the sixth step we took in 39 years. Started out small, went to the next, now it looks all chopped up, but now, but it's sometimes, it would have been nice if we would have started where what we're putting up now, but that's oftentimes when you start out way too big, you can't support it. So I'm hoping, there's no guarantees in this, guys. Anything can happen in business. But we're gonna give it all we got. And so, and it is the biggest step we ever took. And it's a scary step. I'll be honest. It's not just like we sit back and relax because we got our work cut out, but we have a lot of family members that are very excited about it, that are in the store right now already being part of it. So I think it'll keep rolling and hope it will.
Here's my fear.
Yep.
You know, I really like you. I really appreciate you.
Fire away.
Okay, but my fear is all the things we have going on in the town right now. I've got a couple of fears. All the things we have going on in the town right now. Not knowing what the future holds for what we're gonna get with property taxes, not knowing what that's gonna look like for us as a town. Knowing that we are responsible for a lot of other taxing units when we make this decision. I trust you and I trust that you'll do everything you can to make this work. There's no question about that. But it worries me when we're looking at that big of a decision. And one of my biggest concerns is I'm sitting here on this board looking at maybe some issues that we had 10 years ago when I wasn't on this board. And now I'm having to reap the consequences of the decisions that were made then. And so looking 5-10 years down the road, trying to make a decision for the people that are trying to develop this community, it's just, there's a lot to think about. And so I want to help, and we're in a hard position because it's not someone that we don't trust standing in front of us. It's someone that we do trust. And so I don't know what I don't know when it comes to tax abatements, but I do want you to hear me say I'm struggling because I want to help, and yet I also am struggling to make that decision for the rest of our community. So that's not a question, I guess. Sorry.
No, it's awesome here, and I understand.
Mhm.
You know, if she proposed a 10 and a 5, and if we can even get help with a 5 or something, just would help us just to trying to get the first couple years so we can do this. I mean,
She said it really well.
you did.
She said it really well, and
Yeah.
that's some of the same things I struggle with and that we talked about is we know you guys. We trust you as businessmen and women. We don't know with Senate Bill 1 how that's going to end up for us in 2 to 3 years. We might be looking at no property tax at all. And I don't know. It's a hard place. It's a hard place. I know at least you won't do what the first company did that I was on a board and gave a tax abatement to, which was leave as soon as it was up. I know that won't happen, but it's a hard place.
I think though, with Senate Bill 1, we had a meeting with Sue Blick this morning. You know, they're going back in legislative session here shortly, and there is an excess like in the state's budget. So they're going to take a look at it, and they've been hearing taxpayers. So we don't, I mean, the way it stands now is what we have to go by, but there is potential that things could change in this next session. But if you don't get property taxes, there wouldn't be anything abatable in the future.
Right.
Mhm.
Too. The abatement would just basically go away. If
Mhm.
My opinion would be such that, and it isn't because this isn't a vote for me, but it is to be heard. I believe in supporting local businesses the best that we can. And I know that in the past, different boards have made decisions for companies coming from outside of the town, to bring them into town. And I understand that, but I also understand businesses that have invested heavily in this town. And what's their reward? I mean, yeah, they're established and yeah, they get good business. But at the same time, it's at our place as a town, council to help them out in that sense where we can abate something. I believe it is, because why incentivize, what if you guys chose to go just outside of town? And then there's no tax for us anyways. So that's my stance.
And I don't know, remember, was it 3-4 years ago now that you annexed us? I don't think one of us was up here fighting. We didn't come fight. I don't think I complained. And my taxes doubled. I was at 20,000. And the following year it was 40,000. I didn't come in to any of you and say, hey, or I didn't go get a lawyer and fight you guys not to annex me. So I think that was a benefit too. And I'm usually not, I've been in the last meetings, and won't get off the subject and talk about the sewer. I want to help it, I am in this community. I'm planning on staying. Hoping in 10 years I'll slow down a little bit. I have a lot of family, I have nephews and nieces that are in the business that are taking a good interest, have been with me for 4 or 5 years now. And they want me to take this to the next step and keep it growing. And then it's gonna be my taxes on it, if I look at it, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. And it would really help me just to get the first couple of years behind us. And we've been very successful. I'm not complaining. But as a business, we didn't have the cash sitting here waiting to do this project. Guess I'm not a businessman enough to do it. So, and I understand your point of view.
I
There's
have-
just so many sides to it. Like
Yep.
generally, abatements are, like you said, for new businesses coming in, not for established businesses. I just heard you say, though, one of these remaining buildings is going to be a new business.
Mhm.
If you and your brothers can quit bickering about it, right?
We're gonna put something in it.
Mhm.
If we don't personally, some people that are out in the country are
Yeah.
gonna be.
So,
Some benefits I see to doing the tax abatement is if we don't do it now, we can't do it once it's established. So, that's
Mhm.
one thing that I have to take into consideration. It's just a question for Kurt, and I think I know the answer to it, but let's say we agree to a 5-year tax abatement and they're in good standing. Can we extend a tax abatement? No, it's only what we agree to now.
Right. If
Okay.
they were to sell, you can transfer
Okay.
the abatement to the new company,
Mhm.
but you can't extend it.
Mhm, okay.
Once you set it, because the base is set now,
mhm,
and whatever the increment is what's abated.
okay. And this wouldn't take effect until closing and everything is that
Yeah,
correct?
this will
Okay,
take effect for next year's assessment,
okay.
which is in January.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
you do it.
By the way, we're hoping to move in, not open, but move in June 1st.
Okay.
Is our goal.
Mm.
But there's a lot of winter and spring weather that come
Yeah,
yet.
so we'll be completely assessed in January.
so, you haven't weighed in yet. I don't
Can I
want to
ask
cut this short.
And I should have
We've
asked
got all
before.
night.
Okay.
I mean,
Do
I do
we-
until I go to sleep.
Is there anything legally that we could say, okay, let's look at a tax abatement at the cost of like for for him to incur the cost for it would take, like that it would take for us to go through the process to create a tax abatement?
Well, that's a good question, and I have encouraged the council over the years to establish a filing fee
Mhm,
with an ordinance like the county has, and the council's never done that, so
mhm,
we can't do it retroactively. They can donate if they want, but we can't require them. Now,
Mhm.
what we can do is require them to, as a condition of the abatement, in terms of the agreement, return a certain percentage of the savings. And I don't know that happens elsewhere, but it does happen at the county in some circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So you can require 3-5% or so to be returned, but that money has to be used for economic development purposes only. It has to have a fence around it. So
Mhm.
you can't condition it on them paying the cost. You
Mhm.
could have had an ordinance that says they have to pay a filing fee. I think the county's is 2,500
Mhm.
to help cover the cost administratively of doing it, but we don't have anything in place, to my knowledge, here to do that. So we're kind of stuck with not being able to. So your flexibility is in the amount of years
Mhm.
and the percentages. And
Okay.
you have the maximum flexibility to do whatever you want. You know, they've submitted a 10 and a 5 year, and we
Mhm.
looked at those numbers. But you can.
But one more question
maneuver
then.
that any way
Let's
you
say
want.
they don't uphold those standards and we end up having to cut them off, terminate it. That's a better word for it.
It's okay. Yeah.
Is there any language that we could put into that would be at the cost of, since it wouldn't be current, but could we get
One of the things that the abatement agreement talks about is if they breach the agreement, then they have to pay for attorney's fees and those
Okay.
type of things. But to get those, unless they're willing to pay them, you gotta go to court to enforce it. So that would be a really long way down the road.
sure,
You basically have to sue them to get it.
to get it? Okay.
Can I ask a procedural question? If this were to go to vote, does anyone have to abstain?
Anybody that.
We were gonna have that discussion, yeah.
Anybody that's net worth is can be affected positively by what the statute says. If the net worth can increase as a result of the taxpayer getting the abatement.
Because if two have to abstain, 3 vote has to pass.
Then there's no vote.
So you'd have to table it for next. That's my only thought. I was just wondering.
Yeah, that was a sidebar discussion Kurt and I had.
And I'm not saying anybody
earlier.
does.
So,
That's the rule. Somebody's net worth can be increased by the taxpayer through whatever it is, employment, other relationships.
What happens at this point is we don't vote on the abatement because that application should have come in before you broke ground, but we vote on sending the attorney in the direction of making that happen by way of more documents and a public hearing. Just so you understand that part.
And the reason we have to have a public hearing, and Sherry knows this, is because it's already started. We don't have to do that if the taxpayer comes in before, so.
So, yeah.
It gives the public the right to, if they come, speak.
That happened because they wanted to stay on a timeline.
Yeah, I was just letting you know that's like when we vote, that's what we're voting on, not yes or no on the abatement. And then
So
also
would that be would that be something that the abstain would need to happen on or not?
I don't think that, and I'm not saying anybody does or doesn't have an pecuniary interest is what the statute says, but if somebody has a pecuniary interest in this taxpayer, they should not vote on any of these matters.
0.
Now, that is not something I enforce. That's something the State Ethics Commission would enforce if somebody were to complain.
So I lost my train of
I'm
thought.
sorry,
It's okay. It's all right.
on my hearings.
Yeah, there was one more thing I was gonna say. It's lost. It's gone. It'll come back sometime tonight.
I don't have a whole lot more than what everyone has already said. You were at the meetings where we had to decide what to do with the new sewer plant. And not necessarily blaming the previous town council for that, but it played a part in it. And I certainly don't want to be talked about 10 or 20 years from now on decisions that I made. Whether the decisions I make are in majority or not. The bad part about this whole deal is we can't predict the future. We do know what you and your businesses bring to this town. Unfortunately, I'm just really struggling with making the same decisions that the previous council did, that now I got to deal with. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know yet. But that's where I'm having. Before, I was thrilled when you didn't apply for it a month ago or 2 months ago, so we wouldn't have to deal with it, because I didn't want to have to make this decision, but,
Which one did we file for?
When?
That's the percentage.
and that's now,
Yeah.
I'm not
Here, there.
doing logistics,
Okay,
but
I mean, I guess this is dated. the
Where's
letter-
June?
Yeah, June 30th.
June 30th. Yeah.
that's my stance. I've decided which way I'll vote if we come to a vote, but
But we don't have to go with either of these.
No,
We could-
these are good, helpful,
They're good, helpful.
yes, tools.
Mhm.
Yep, but both,
So we could do a 5-year and
yeah, you can do
say-
percentages and.
yeah,
Maybe creative.
And probably. I
80,
don't
60,
ask
40.
Sherry to do this, but she can probably, if you want to have her run different number scenarios, she probably would be happy to.
but right now, what we need is a vote on whether or not
Direction. And
to.
if you don't, I
proceed.
don't know if you have.
Well, we might
got
not have
three
a vote.
people.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess.
You have to have.
Here's the hard part in living in a small town. My husband's a drywall contractor.
Mhm.
You're a general contractor. My husband does most of his work. So for that reason, I'm going to not vote on this
Gotcha.
because I don't look good in orange. And I don't have a lot of years left, but I want to live outside. So,
Sure.
so yeah, for that reason, I am not going to vote, and you need 3 people to vote, so. I don't know how you feel about orange. Lyle,
On my,
Good question.
on my position as to give him direction on this part of it. My favoring and my lean to on this is that I would give direction on a 5-year. And to look at that, and I would vote on it.
you would vote on it
I would. Because I have no,
going down.
nothing to lose on that one. Now, when it comes to actually approving it, then I would abstain myself from that. That's my stance. And we can wait and table it or whatever until Tim gets here too, if we want, but. Or we can table it till the next meeting. and have
When
more
you're in a
discussion.
position with 3, they could. I mean. So here's the you could make a motion, it could get a second, it could get a vote, you could make a motion, it could die for a lack of second.
I want to be very clear before I make a motion on anything. Exactly, like all I would be doing if I were to make a motion would be to give Kurt direction to draft paperwork for a public hearing. It wouldn't be a public hearing that would present what we would vote on, or it would be.
I have to know. What we're doing as far as 5, 10, 3, 6, whatever, so what would it? I mean,
So-
I don't have to
Mhm.
know it, but then the problem's gonna be, you're gonna debate that in the hearing, which is fine if you wanna do that. If you want the hearing to be on, here's a 5-year abatement, here's a 10-year abatement, we have those numbers, I can do that right now. If you want something different, I would need to be given some direction and some numbers, because right now, the 2 things I have are the ability to produce documents for a 5-year and the ability to produce documents for a 10-year, based on these percentages, which also you don't have to honor. You can look at those any way you want, right? So I'm just looking at it. The 5-year says 100% the first year, 80% the second year, 60%, 40%, 20%, and then 0. Of course, that's the end. You don't have to do that. You could do 100% the whole time. You could do 10% the whole time. And the same is true with a 10-year, which is 100, 95, 80, 65 on and on. You could direct me to prepare with her help, the numbers and the documents that would be a 10-year abatement at 10% a year. or heavy loaded at the front like it is historically set up and how this is set up. All I'm trying to say is
You
the
need
sky's the limit. It's infinite
Mhm.
number of combinations if I don't get some direction.
Mhm. I guess that's my question, is the sky still limited with your ability to do anything with the decision that we make tonight, as long as we give you direction? Because I don't feel comfortable to say, this is what I want right now. But I do feel comfortable saying, I'm okay with us drafting up some options. Is what I'm trying to
And for the
say.
sake of discussion, are you 5-year or 10-year?
5 year, I mean,
I'm
I'm
a
not,
5 year as well.
I don't want to look at 10 year, that's too long for me to
That's-
feel like
that's
I'm
where
making
I'm
that
at.
decision, but.
If you're comfortable directing me and if the vote passes to give me authority to draft the abatement agreement, the notices, the hearings, they have to go in the paper and all the resolutions that go along with that, based on this 5-year schedule, I can absolutely do that. If the 5-year schedule changes or your decision changes at the meeting, that's also okay. It just means we'll be another meeting where I have to get caught up, change things. The hearing doesn't have to be on a schedule, is what I'm trying to say.
So
You can
if-
just have a hearing on, are we gonna grant abatement? It's just that if you want to be prepared so that you can sign something and approve something, I need direction. And they're gonna need to sign an abatement agreement, but if I don't know what it is, I can't give it to them, so it's the chicken or the egg. What presents the problem for me as a drafter is, we're having a hearing on something because it's already built. Normally, it's not that way, so that causes me dilemma, because I would normally tell you, don't have a hearing if you don't have a signed abatement agreement, but I can't give you a signed abatement agreement if I don't know what we're doing. So it is the chicken or the egg. So you, to a certain extent, spend a lot of effort and time having a hearing on something you may never approve. If you're okay with that, and you don't mind having me do that work, absolutely, I will do it clearly.
Just not okay with either one right now. Like right this second, I feel like I'm a meeting too early right now. I mean, like we table it and have more like in the midst of between this meeting, golly, I can't talk, between this meeting and the next meeting. Without a public hearing next meeting, we still have some flexibility to look at what our options are in the middle of all of that.
Yes, and you
And then
would,
come more prepared to schedule a hearing if we want to.
right, and your hearing wouldn't happen, just so you know, at the next meeting, because the publication, we got one
Right.
public, so it's gonna
Right.
be a month.
Okay.
Because we can't get it in the newspaper in time and all that,
Mhm.
but we can have the hearing without knowing what the percentages are. It just delays the application of everything. In their case, it doesn't matter too much, probably, because the reality of it is we're already doing it a little backwards,
Mhm.
meaning we don't have the building's already built, not built, but it's up.
Here's where I'm at. I don't feel comfortable saying no. I don't feel comfortable saying yes right this second. I don't feel like I could walk away feeling. Are
If
we
you
doing
want to
any-
have a public hearing and not even have any preparation, not have them sign an abatement agreement, you can also do that. The abatement agreement is something that we typically get from the taxpayer to commit to certain things before you spend the money on me doing all of this, right?
Mhm.
If you're not worried about that and you just want to put it out there, we can put it out there in a hearing, and you can have time to debate and discuss it all and go from there.
I'm gonna say something. I don't know if I should say it, but I'm going to, just so that you hear us, Dwayne. I guess one of my concerns is paying for some of these things. So just hear me say that, okay? Paying for some of these things that we wouldn't have had to pay for had it been applied before for the taxpayers. So that's one of my concerns with saying, let's go ahead and do the hearing. And without having an ordinance in place to have a filing fee. I feel like that could take care of some of that concern, as far as using some of our taxpayers' money to draft paperwork.
I'm gonna comment on the waiving the non-conformity just for a second. We've done it before in other communities. It is something we try to avoid for this reason, because you don't know what you're gonna get when you have the hearing, right? And so, but I mean, we technically, the hearing is, are you willing to waive non-compliance? Because they're not in compliance by building before they have the abatement granted. It doesn't mean it's illegal. It just means in order to approve an abatement,
Mhm.
when the building's already started, you have to waive
That,
that
right,
irregularity.
right. My concern is more just the money that we will be spending in order to do that.
So I don't know if I helped you.
You did,
can
you
make a
did, you
motion
answered
and
questions.
You can authorize me
I
to
just,
do all.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm ready to go.
Welcome to the world where we just talk it all out here.
No, it's
I
okay.
mean,
That's my opinion.
it's good dialogue.
I would table it then. I don't know.
I don't feel comfortable doing one.
And we can table it. Are you gonna be here at the next meeting?
Point. It's a Thursday, can we get it on a Wednesday again?
When's the next meeting you're here, Adam? I mean, I think it's gonna take a full council.
Tim, you agree with me?
Yes.
It might be no-
I won't be here on the 9th. It's sectional on the 23rd.
Depends on the draw.
One of those is our budget adoption, so you have to be here. I will tell you in a second.
I literally have things.
Well, not necessarily you, but there has to be a quorum.
Yeah.
You'll notify me when you'll have that again.
As you can see, there's things to consider.
Thank you.
I will
We
be,
thank you.
I will be here on the
October.
23rd. Because that's fall break.
The 23rd of October.
Mhm.
Do you want,
Nick, will you be here on the
I will be
23rd of October?
I will be here.
What?
I'll be here.
do you want to beg Sherry to give you additional scenarios, 3 years, 5 years, different
Yeah.
percentages?
You know,
Yes.
Equal,
Mhm.
I mean, I can just throw out all kinds of.
Yeah,
options,
I,
and,
so,
I mean.
My biggest concerns are a different council
Yeah.
having to absorb our decisions. So 3 years would feel safer to me. I feel like someone would be on council in 3 years. We all have 3-year terms. Or 5 years, something less risky for us, but still helps.
I think the bottom line too is the investment that they're putting in this
Mhm.
building.
Say that
They're
again.
gonna have to-
Mhm.
And it's a huge tax dollar
Mhm.
coming in. So to throw them something, I think is appropriate in my opinion. Of course, I'm gonna say that,
Mhm.
but I understand where you're all sitting too.
Which meeting are we gonna, I just want to write it down. We're gonna relook. at this
23rd.
20 of October, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna try to look at it.
Just for future reference, if we want to have Wednesday meetings in the
Will be.
fall during volleyball season.
I mean, we can look at changing it next year.
I'm busy every Wednesday night, but Thursday, October 9th is your budget adoption. Be here, be square. We have to have a quorum. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't have to be everybody, but there has to be a quorum. There has to be enough. people
Trying to
to vote
remember the
yes.
last time I missed a council meeting.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's one of them that the can't do remotely because it's one of those
Yes.
exceptions.
They can't vote remotely on budgets.
Okay,
They can't either on tax abatement.
Could you move meetings up? Like to
No,
4
it
o'clock?
is set in, for the budget is set in stone, where we start over with a new hearing and everything.
Okay.
okay.
And we don't have enough time.
So as of right
23rd.
now, we will revisit this October 23rd. And Tad, will you
Do you feel like you
put a
have
note
enough
in there so
guidance?
it's on the agenda?
Okay.
Maybe make sure Sherry gets, they all have, so. they
Yeah.
can See the numbers, so,
Yep. So she gets it to me.
yeah.
When are you going to get a 5-year, a different 5-year?
A different.
3 and 5.
It doesn't sound like anything over 5, but I'll get some 3s also, if that might make sense. But if you all have any ideas like what you're kind of thinking, I mean, we can.
Sherry, what we're thinking is a no. So, I mean,
We need a yes.
So-
Tell me where, how we're gonna get a yes.
Make it palatable.
if you've got some options.
Here's my biggest concern. Is that we are gonna be like, the taxes that are not yet incurred because it's not built yet, that's money that we don't have right now. My concern is the money that we will be spending in order to get that to pass. And then the manpower that it's gonna take to make sure that it's being checked up on throughout the next, and that's my concern. If Terry retires in 2 years, what are we gonna have in place to make sure that this continues to follow through? I don't want to be spending any more money of the taxpayers' money to make sure that this is done.
It's also not like you're losing any money because I
Right.
did. If I wouldn't be doing this, it wouldn't be there. So
It's-
it's not like, it's another thing that I pay for the water hookup, I pay for my sewer, I pay for the storm waters and all that, I pay for that. So it's not, me building a new building is not costing you more money. So if it wouldn't be there, you wouldn't be getting this money anyway. So what I'm trying to is this says $10 million for a building. I promise you, we'll spend 15 million.
Is there a price tag that, Kurt would cover your costs?
That's-
Yeah,
25?
yeah.
Is it just?
That's my concern.
25?
I never know, and the 2,500 is what we've done at the county, and it's always really done a good job of covering most of it without a hearing, without a waiver, so you just factored, I don't even know, we haven't done one for so long. I don't know, the last time I did a waiver hearing in the county was probably 15 years ago.
We just did one for a news property and did you do a hearing for that, to take that away or not?
No, we did not take it, they did not, well, that one was terminated.
Terminated, yeah,
That was termination.
okay.
A waiver hearing is something where person built
Yeah,
or they,
Since
I mean, I've done one at the county level, but it's probably been 15 years.
Yeah, it's before mine.
Yeah. So that's not very nice to me.
Can you bill us at the same rate?
If you want to pay what they pay me annually.
I would be sitting here in the butt to say, hey, I'll pay Kurt or whatever.
Like I said,
That's my,
he
that's
can
my
always
concern.
donate whatever he
is-
wants,
yeah,
you just can't condition
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can donate that.
The money that's not here
We
already
can,
is.
we can put that in writing.
Yeah.
One thing that might help too, just for fun, is to think about what percentage savings they were willing to offer, and they've never had to experience.
We've talked about that, yeah. Mhm.
We've done
A
3 to
percentage back
5%.
that would go into economic development.
Do up to 8.
We do that with all of the ones we have now, but it was primarily because the county
Collected.
collected it and gave it back to us.
So. Is that direction or a lack of direction?
It's some direction, yes.
Things that
Well-
could be refined.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have another discussion after I throw it out there and just before the hearing though, like, so if there's any more changes, that I can continue to make some.
To be clear, we're
adjustments.
doing it here on the
Should be
23rd,
able
right?
to, because the
Yeah,
23rd
yeah.
is this dialogue.
Okay.
Yes.
Then if they approve me, then
Okay.
we'll have a hearing.
So we'll talk about
Then
it some more.
It would be nice if we're gonna do it, to have it done before January 1, because I want the county to see it, because otherwise then we won't.
And I could talk it to death, I just can't vote on it. I could, but
And you'll have a bigger pool.
yeah, there will be 5 people here then. Which is why we're looking at the dates.
Thank you for listening and thank you for.
And here we want to
entertaining
say, like, we wouldn't be discussing this if we didn't trust you. If you were not a trustworthy business owner, we would be like,
No.
so,
Pass.
yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah.
Should that be your meeting then? Or will I find out about it?
The 23rd.
Do you need me here or?
If I were.
I mean,
you, would be.
I would be here because we have
October
another
23rd.
council member that's not here, so
Mhm.
The next one's October 20th.
October 23rd.
We could have a meeting in between there.
Yeah,
Yes,
That I won't,
she won't even be
So you
here.
won't-
Yeah.
It won't be on.
but anything you get to them, they can get.
Yeah.
circulated before them.
Got it. Sometimes tax abatements really aren't like this, are they?
They're like- Nobody ever talks about anything.
No, no.
We've had a lot of stuff thrown at us
I know.
this year for what councils have done in the past,
I
and
understand.
we've been the ones sitting here with the angry mob,
No,
so,
I understand.
we
And I'm
just
not
don't
sitting
wanna
in your seat.
put that out there for anybody else to have to go through.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. You have to go?
No.
Go. Do you have something?
This pay app and then HSA, I don't know if you guys want to discuss that or not, but since he left, you might want to push it off to everybody's here.
Yeah, We'll table that. Where did he go?
We went to the NJHS inductions. that we
Oh,
had
okay.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys have to go to that too?
I mean, I told Brig that if we weren't done yet. it's
Okay.
Same.
Sorry.
all right.
Kids. Sorry.
That's okay.
Let's not.
I get to go to her soccer game tomorrow because we moved it to today.
Okay. All right, let's. Like if we hurried, could you get there?
No,
No, all right.
well, I mean, it starts at 6 and it's probably over at 6:20.
Okay, let's move back up. Approval of past memorandum. Do we have just one
Mm-hmm. From last meeting.
from the last meeting?
It looks right to me.
Looks good to me too.
Like, I'll make a motion to approve the memorandum from September 11th, 2025.
A second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Right.
Aye, opposed? We're in a hurry. Quick annexation report.
We're working on it.
It's all done.
We're working on it, no updates, but I should have some updates at the next meeting. I think probably during staff, probably no decisions,
Mhm.
but I think during staff, we'll probably at least have a 5 to 15 minute discussion on what we got done today.
All right.
I think
Thanks.
beyond that, it'll probably just be sitting on it for a little bit, or maybe a motion for it to take the next step.
I heard him say something about being annexed a few years ago, and that has not happened since I've been on the board.
That was,
something else.
no, I think, wasn't it that south
South
area
part,
along
yeah.
Berkshire?
Okay.
No, I think we talked about like
Yeah,
in 2013.
it is where we had that pipe extended to,
Yeah.
that easement, yeah.
But he's down in that area.
He's down.
It was in 2013.
I think it
Yeah.
was after whatever that magic date was.
That-
So he,
It wasn't a couple years ago.
I think it was that entire area now.
No, that whole area down
It
there.
was the area we
Yeah,
didn't
that's-
use
Everything.
Right.
because of the law change.
Oh, yeah.
Have the stories.
All right. Pay app, that's you.
Yep, I'll be quick. Do they have electronic or that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not as fancy as Bennett's, but it's.
All right, I'll just go real quick. This is for the wastewater treatment plant project A. This is pay application number 2. This is basically for 25%, a little bit of mobilization, job trailer, permits, insurance. They have mowed, they are doing dewatering. They basically started the majority of the construction this past week. So with that, this pay application is for $105,206, and we would recommend this be approved by council and move to TAD to move this to SRF for a disbursement request.
so moved.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? That's it.
See,
That's it. That's all you got? Oh, my goodness. You gotta be the only man that's ever listened to me. I tried so hard to get my husband, I told Benny, I was like, we should like just jump in that car and go to Nashville and catch the Titans Colts game.
Did you do it?
No, he doesn't, he's not a spur of the moment kind of person.
The only way to live, isn't it, Nick?
I disagree.
We are like opposites on everything. It's crazy. Construction updates. Terry's not here, but I will tell you, if you look in your council meeting folders
We didn't find it.
at the
It's
top of
in-
2025
It's right
is
here.
construction update pictures.
This folder has taken a beating in the last week or two.
So-
Missing a whole bunch of council meetings.
Oh, I moved them all into River, so we didn't lose them.
Like, you don't have to necessarily look at them now, but I'm just telling you, they're there. If
Is-
there's your construction update, there's pictures on
Is this
there.
Terry's phone? He needs a new camera. Terrible.
Or he needs to learn how to like clean the lens on it. He probably doesn't clean the lens ever. HSA, we've tabled claims.
The claims that I sent you totaled $163,461.96. We added 3 since yesterday, and I don't know if anybody saw
I
those.
saw those.
2 were from Axon for police department. One was one they sent us from April. There was a clerical error on the police department, and Heidi said they marked it as paid, but it wasn't actually paid, so they sent it to them. And with this current one they had, and the second one was their new tasers that were approved.
Mhm.
And the third one was a DLZ invoice that apparently I just didn't check mark in when I was doing all the others. And then I highlighted all the ACHs so you didn't get.
I saw that. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I didn't have my panic button hit.
Yeah.
What is our new total?
$163,461.96. And while you're looking at that, I'll say the capital asset planning. We came up with an idea. I called him. Sally and I think that 110,000, we could easily whittle down to at least 75,000 by doing part of that in-house with their guidance. And he made the comment that on projects like that, they understand budget requirements. If they were to come in and do that and finish it by the end of the year, they would split it up into 3 budgets. They give us a document that said you can charge a third of it this year, a third of it the next year's budget, and a third of it the next year's budget, if you so want to do that. He said they do that with their municipal clients. So that's our thought process. We're just giving you an update. We don't have anything in stone yet.
Okay.
We're gonna go down that road and get more info from him if that's acceptable.
I mean, as long as you and Sally have time to do it in-house and it doesn't set back any of the other things that would annoy State Board of Accounts.
Yeah.
Because
When I say
that
that,
should
we
be
think
first.
there's a number of things, we think we could take 2 days and go through with our list and say, these things don't need to be kept or scanned. So they're gonna go into a pile, and once we get audited, well, all that stuff down there has been audited. We can actually have that set for destruction. So we're not gonna pay them to go through it. We're not gonna pay them to scan it. We're not gonna, if we don't have to keep it, we're not gonna keep it. But he identified there are 20 or 30 boxes of that would fall into.
So we're gonna have a big
Fun, fun.
truck come in with a scanner and
They would come in with a truck and take everything,
a
scan it,
shredder.
and then they would, once the county, they could bring it back if we can shred it, or they'll just shred it for us per whatever the county guidelines are that we get approved first and give us documentation on it, but that's further down the road type thing.
Has this ever been done before?
No.
So this is a new,
Not here.
new 70,000.
We have stuff, yeah, we have stuff going back to the early 80s, 70s. I asked,
Charity found a speeding ticket in one of the boxes that was given to Jake when he was 7 years old by Scott Stewart on his bicycle.
I
He
spoke
was
to
so
the
proud of
county
it.
clerk. They use them and they're happy with it. The county clerk's office, I'm talking to the clerk tomorrow. They're happy. They use them. They're working on stuff right now. She said they actually are using them now, or they're going back and they're scanning everything from the 1800s that they have from the county. They're that far back.
Nice.
So that's just an update. We don't have anything actionable.
Claims.
I make a motion to approve the claims totaling $163,461.96.
Can you repeat that? please?
Yeah.
Which part?
Nice try.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? You guys are great. Adjustments?
Oh, you know what? That was 4.4. I said the wrong thing, but Can I touch on the capital asset plan?
Yes.
The capital asset planning, there are two agreements that we sign, and then talking to Chris today, I was like, we've used this person for all eternity. I don't know if they've ever been looked over by Kurt, so she thought it would be prudent to have Kurt look it over. So we're getting ready to start doing our capital asset planning. So we were looking for authorization to approve the two, what are they called? Engagement letters with the capital asset consultant per legal review and allowing Chris to sign outside of a meeting. They're exactly the same as they were last year and the year before and the year before. Like word for word. Okay, sorry.
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I was thinking it.
The adjustments. I'm gonna go over a couple on Sally might. I'll go over the ones I know. Adjustment A. This person has two parcels. It was combined by the assessor in 2020 into one parcel. Nobody notified us or the parcel owner. So we've been charging them stormwater for the non-existent parcel since June of 2020. So if we take that times the number of months that he's already paid, he has overpaid $3,194.73. So that would be a credit going back to his account. B is a person that you gave a credit to when we found an error in the type of meter they had. In the interim, while we approved and applied the credit, bills were run during the same time, and it billed at the incorrect rate that last month as well. So that $453 credit and 86 credit is billed at the wrong rate. We just didn't quite catch it because it was the same week as the adjustment.
It's not really a credit, it's offsetting if you look below, it's offsetting the 453.86 that was billed. So it's really nets to zero, and then the new billed amount is the 48.15.
She's the brains of this operation.
Okay.
But that will also be credited because of
The credible.
Yep.
Okay. It's just so hurtful, those big numbers.
I don't remember C.
This is the restaurant that was not paying the correct stormwater.
Mhm.
Yeah, they approached us and wanted to know what the credit was because they heard somebody else had a credit. They wanted us to review their account. So we reviewed their account and we found that they owed us an additional $1,334 because there was a billing error in their account that has now been corrected. D.
That's harsh.
D is someone that said they didn't receive their bill. Now that they know what their bill is, they want to know if the late fees could come off. E is a gentleman who he was being billed in the old storm water rate of $44 for his parcel. And then in 2021, it was changed to a residential parcel fee of $8. He had overpaid up until 23, and we issued him credits. And he asked us to review his account because he thought there was an additional credit. And when we did, we had to get into the old system and pull a bunch of records, and we owe him an additional $352.22 from 2021 that he hasn't been credited for yet. He brought it up because his credits were running out and he was thinking they were going to last a little longer. So that's the part that didn't get calculated yet from the old Keystone system.
Do we go back forever on these?
Our running.
Like if somebody shows up and they want 20 years worth of credits, you know what I mean?
Our understanding is if they pay us, we owe them. If we pay them, we only go back 2 years. But if they pay us, it's their money and we shouldn't charge them, so we owe them their money. But in the reverse, we only go 2 years.
What-
That's been the
So
direction.
there's, what if we can't prove or they can't prove? Like it's just hearsay? I mean, obviously, we
Oh,
don't
we-
owe them
we-
anything.
we
but
have to
When
prove
does it
it.
become hearsay?
We have to prove it with numbers and reports. Or when we get audited, the state board will make me reimburse the town whatever we did. So we got lots of paperwork because I'm not gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need these
What about F?
You wanna do F?
approved, but
Can we approve A, B, C, and D? and
Prove
E?
as presented if you want.
can
A,
You can
B,
approve them
C,
all.
and E for F?
Right. The only question is, are you including D?
would not. And I'm just one of three.
I also would not, because you can't blame us for the name.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately.
I think it pretty much states that in the ordinance that it's your bill whether you receive it or not.
Mhm.
We were under the impression they mailed a check and we hadn't received it yet when we prepared this, but,
Okay,
and F has to do with the compound meter issue that we were having as described, and we were gonna be replacing it with a new meter to correct it. I don't know how much more you want to go into that.
I was gonna say, is that all we have to approve is the new meter? Or do we need to look at,
You would have to
What? okay,
look
go
at the adjustments, and we would want direction on how to do it. Our understanding is that when we add the second meter that wasn't billing, we would charge them the minimum for every month. And then once it gets to the end of the time period, if there's anything left, we would add it on just for that month, because we don't have any way of showing where it is.
so we can.
So
approve
the
it that way.
minimum for water is 3,000 gallons. The minimum for wastewater is 0. So at the last month, we would charge all the wastewater. I mean, it wouldn't matter if you charged it the first month or the last month. It's always by exact usage.
How much could that potentially be?
What would the total?
Times 24 and 2 zeros. Make that into sixes and it should work, but.
What did she just say?
24,
I can do math if you.
Yeah.
It could be probably around 48. It could be a little over 20,000.
So how about we would want direction on, are you okay with the way we want to bill it, and we'll bring you the number back?
Yeah. I would like.
So then the only thing would be on A, B, C, D, and E.
I think we should also discuss at that time. Giving them options to, I mean, are we gonna expect them to just bring us a check, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To give them some grace, I feel like.
oh,
And think about it too, I almost would like to see bill them up front, because, once again, years pass, time was on, people forget, people change. Seems to me that you force the issue up front, find out if we have a problem, maybe we can compromise that issue in the future. Just my thought,
That's good.
it's gonna bring that to a head right now.
yeah.
You don't have to do it, just.
All right, I make a motion to approve A, B, C, E as approved, but denying D. Or as presented, not approved.
You know what you're doing.
Words are hard.
I second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Got through that pretty well.
You're getting somewhere.
So you have direction on E?
Yeah, F.
F.
Yes.
F.
Yep.
That's what I meant.
Okay. What else you got, Ted?
I don't think anything.
You have a clean contract,
Oh, we have a cleaning contract. What do I gotta do about that?
motion to approve, right?
Motion, sure. We have a signed cleaning contract. Terry really wants him to start Monday.
Because he started cleaning in the bathroom.
He is all over me. You just had it done, I'm like, you just gave it to me like an hour ago.
Yeah, all right.
Make a motion to approve the cleaning contract. As of today, okay.
Can I look at it or see it or something before? I mean, no offense, but,
Did he take, do you have it?
I'll just give it to you. You can take mine.
or just,
No, no,
throw out
it's
a
okay. I
number
could've
or
done that.
something.
Sorry about that.
It's based on the quote, $750 for the quote you approved, $750 a week.
Oh, for that
For the
company.
cleaning.
Yeah,
I forgot about the company. I don't need any more, Kurt.
he's got it, he's got it.
Because you're welcome to, I mean, there it is.
I
There's
second
an
that.
error on there.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I slept a couple.
It's okay, yeah, take it with you.
That's a 5 or an 8.
Oh, that's an 8, sorry.
Okay. That's all right. That's what I thought it was.
28, yeah.
That's what I thought it was. I have in my pile here a job description for service and support 3 for streets. So,
We had a service and support 3 but it was wastewater based. So Terry asked me to convert it to streets and I just did it based off the streets. But, we've always had Kurt review them after we did them because there's always stuff. that we
did you
don't
send this to him?
I
Where's
just
this?
gave it to him.
Okay, all right,
And Terry said, yeah, he thought it'd be prudent for him to review it.
okay.
So he would like to publicize that. So we were looking to authorization to approve that pending legal review.
Okay.
And that was it.
So moved.
A second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Getting out of here.
Mm.
I feel it coming.
Nick.
Anything else? Tad,
Well, I didn't know about that one, but I hope there's nothing else.
Kurt?
All I have is to, follow up with Terry's comment about needing the appointment of 2 appraisers. If you want to, for the property that you're considering selling up by the water tower that, Casey did the, survey on. And I don't know for sure who would use, but the last time we used, Stanner and Caldwell. So if they're still able and willing and reasonable, I would just call them again. So,
Okay.
but if not, I would find somebody else too. Or if you know somebody that you want me to use, tell me. But a motion to authorize me to order to secure 2 appraisals for that property is what I'm.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Sorry.
Easy.
I approved.
I heard.
That was all. Did you have anything else? No? No? Fire chief job is live. We have not a lot of people lining up for it yet, but maybe they don't know. It's on Indeed, correct?
Glassdoor, Indeed, I think.
Is it on our website?
It is on our website. If you click on it
Yep.
at the top where it says employment.
So we can get together when we have some applicants for interviews. So figure out, because we had talked us 3 and then maybe a couple firefighters. So if you can identify who they are. All right. Perfect. Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
So you looked at me like you were gonna hesitate.
You can second motions.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I can, and I could make motions too, but I always feel like it looks like I'm trying to direct the meeting and the outcome if I do. So I sit here and.
But if there's only 3 of us, you can buy it.
So I know there have been other people that sat here and drove it home, but I'm